Around 15 years ago, I read a book in one of my graduate classes that was pretty impactful to me. It was about leadership, and it was helpful to me in thinking through who God was calling me to be as a leader for His church. Well, a couple of years ago, I picked up that same book and decided to read it again. The name of the book is called The Making of a Leader by Robert Clinton. And as I read through that book a second time, I thought to myself, this book needs to be taught to our church about leadership. And so this spring, I'm going to teach a Wednesday night class on Zoom about the making of a leader based off of this book by Robert Clinton. And the thesis of the book is that God forms leaders over their lifetime. That God is always working in our life, that He's pushing us, He's prodding us, He's using circumstances and He's using various events in our life to help us grow into the kind of spiritual leader that He wants us to be. Now, when I use the phrase spiritual leader, I'm not simply talking about a preacher or an elder or even a Bible class teacher. All of us are called to be spiritual leaders. The word leader simply means influence, and all of us are called to have some level of spiritual influence on the people around us. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to come and be a part of my Zoom class. It's going to start the first Wednesday night in February at 7 o'clock. Because in that class, we're going to walk through that book, and I'm going to encourage you to look back over your life to see how has God been developing you to have spiritual influence on the people around you. I think it's going to be a very transformative journey. I think you're going to learn things about yourself that you hadn't known before. I think you're going to see the hand of God in your life like you've never seen it before. And then on top of that, you're going to be able to start to see maybe a picture of what God is hoping that you will do in the future. Because when we see how God has developed us in our past, it gives us a sense of anticipation of how God might use us in the future. I hope you'll join me for this class.